The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. Badgley now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw without it. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 22 yards there, a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast.
So who's going to win this game?
They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game.
Who do you think's going to win this game, brother?
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. This game is to McCoy. That play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
That'll never work. Wow. You better pass this one, buddy, or it's going to be a pick. Going to pick your ass off, bitch.
Working out of the shot.
Interception. Oh, yeah.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
This guy sucks ass.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. On the handoff, it's Gore. And he'll get EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch the ship. Pistol. Hurry. Tighten up. Point it right.
Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, Ward.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Smooth. 58 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Kill.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Let's put that team on the hook. Tight. 52. Regular. Alert 3.
Pass. Hey, tight.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, orbit. 58, come on. Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58.
Alert!
Here we go, D. Hey, alert 3.
Sound.
Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be fired up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's a great... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joseph now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick them.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McCoy. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you can...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 62 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Middle. Hey, echo.
Check 31.
Alert.
Now Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Now McCoy. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Check 52. Come on.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Check 13. Shoot. 52.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen looking downfield for... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Hey, 133.
Check.
Hurry.
58.
Alert.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10.
180.
Check.
Real.
Check. Hot.
Hurry. Regular.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Bang, 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 bang.
Now Allen to throw again. And the grab by Croft. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost. Him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Good second. 180. Hurry. Kings.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And an alley to run. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
58. 58. Come on.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st down, it's Gore. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That's a what? Hey, watch it.
80 weapons.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Gore. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Frank Gore's converted these his entire career, but not there. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. It's caught to Charles. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield, flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 21 yards away. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Whip. Watch the whip. No. Slam.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll go again to McCoy. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Allen, he goes full extension, and he's got it.
But that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Watch the half 85.
25, check 25.
Topper.
They'll go with McCoy. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Allen now looks to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
I got it. Hey, Alpha.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Let's get the ball.
Go, let's go.
58, boy. 58. 58. Mike.
Allen now on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll take it across midfield and into It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at New Era Field in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders.
Good work, boys. Go. Let's go.
Down. 185.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 26, check 26.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get... back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback.
The first carry for DeAndre Washington. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DeAndre Washington, 75 yards, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Regular.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Allen now operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for the Bills. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike's 50.
Hey, home. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Allen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And they'll get this down to the 10. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
50.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Allen hands off to McCoy, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal. Gore. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. I'm looking down from our booth. You can tell this crowd wants him to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now. Actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd. Not influenced by outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to reward the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. We'll see. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Antonio Brown, 79 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 12-3 your score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 49.
That's right.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check right Monday down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. Show it up.
Carr gives it off to Washington. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That second down play nets a -4.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. It's complete to Grant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Let's go, D tight.
Ready, 9. Express.
Go 58 to the money.
Deuce right, Chief.
Now a play fake. Carr. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Down. You wide
50, Mike, 50.
Express.
Let's go, Mike.
On first down, Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Wilson snags it left side. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Deuce right, Chief.
49, guys. Mike.
Throwing now is Carr. It's a screen to Richard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. 3 buzz.
On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Alert, alert, alert! Alert!
Throwing is Allen on third. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. On first down, McCoy. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play.
3 down, 3 down.
Alert!
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And able to find John Brown. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Hey, who we got? 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, let's
Go, go!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Bills cut into that lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
You can't block me.
They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Running it, Washington. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
3rd third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy. Back now in Buffalo as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Back now in Buffalo as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On second down, it's McCoy. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills get a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
I got you. I got you.
On third down, here's Washington. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he is down deep into Buffalo. Territory.
Let's go.
Ball is brought him down. First and goal, Raiders.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.